Hello and welcome to our infographic video. In this video, we will talk about IT ethical awareness, academic integrity in online assessment. Join us as we explore why students engage in dishonesty and discover practical strategies for educators to address this issue. Okay, now let's move on to why students engage in academic dishonesty. First, individual factors. Second, institutional factors. Next, medium of delivery. And lastly, assessment specific factors. For individual factors, it has three components, which is opportunity, incentive pressure or need, and rationalization or attitude. For the opportunity, it shows scenarios where students perceive the ability to cheat without being caught. For example, students looking at their phone during exam, also copying from others. Next, for the incentive pressure or need, it presents various sources of pressure or incentive. For example, parents, peers, or desire for success. And lastly, for rationalization or attitude, it shows that students rationalize cheating. For example, they justifying it as acceptable behavior. For institutional factors, it has cheating culture, which is students might think cheating is okay and even believe it is necessary to do well. Next, impact of online learning. We can see the increase in academic dishonesty based on the diagram given. And lastly, for institutional policies, some of it may be too lax with insufficient section and penalization of academic dishonesty.
So for medium of delivery, we will talking about cheating rate in online versus in-person courses, which is higher. Common belief. There is a widespread belief that cheating is more common in online course than in-person one. Doesn't matter it is a high-stakes assessment or only just a simple quiz. For student belief, approximately 42.74% of students believe it's easier to cheat in online courses rather than cheating in in-person courses. Then let's talk about example from research. Watson and Salter in 2010 found that 32.7% of respondents admitted to cheating in an online course, while 52.1% admitted to cheating in an in-person course. This was conducted by asking 635 undergraduate and graduate students across all academic areas. So for the second one, King and Case in 2014 found higher cheating rate in online exam than in in-person exam. For the third one is, after surveying 725 undergraduate students participating in online courses, Grijalva et al. In 2006 calculated that just 3 to 4% of students had cheated in online courses. And for the last one is, Han and Balusubramaniam in 2012 found that students admitted to higher cheating rate using technology or e-cheating by using a method questionnaire asking 224 undergraduate students. So, conclusion for medium of delivery, 4 authors out of 8 authors conclude that cheating is higher in online course rather than in-person course, while the other 2 authors conclude that cheating is similar in online course or in-person course, and the last 2 authors conclude that cheating is lower in online course but higher in in-person courses.
These are factors when studying academic dishonesty in the context of different types of assessment. Number 1. Contextual variation. Some studies examine cheating across different types of online assessment, while others specifically focus on exams that can lead to different findings and insights. Number 2. Type of assessment methods. Lanier 2006 found higher rates of cheating in online courses, and Watson and Soltijk 2010 found that students were likely to cheat and obtain answers from others during our online quiz or test compared to in-person assessment. Number 3. High-stakes performative assessment. Online exam may offer more opportunities for cheating, potentially leading to different cheating rates depending on the assessment type. So we continue with number 4, comparison of online versus in-person courses. Differences in cheating rates between online and on-campus courses may vary depending on the type of assessment. For instance, assessment allowing for plagiarism, such as essay completed open book over an extended period, might show minimal differences in cheating rates between online and in-person environments. So the last one is future research recommendation. The excerpt encourages future research to consider the type of assessment when comparing cheating rates in online versus in-person class environments. This approach could provide more nuanced insight into the factors influencing academic dishonesty across different settings.
We have learned and know the reasons why students in university engage in academic dishonesty. Now, we're gonna talk about a method to prevent and reduce dishonesty in online assessment. The first method is individual and institutional level methods. Next, methods in relation to the medium of delivery. And the last one is assessment-based method. Now I'm gonna explain about the first method, which is individual and institutional level methods. The first way is clear definition and awareness, which is define academic dishonesty clearly for student and faculty, ensuring everyone understands what behaviors are considered dishonest. The second way is penalty and enforcement. Academic staff make students aware of penalty for academic dishonesty. A perception of strict penalty will reduce dishonest behavior. The third way is faculty influence, which is faculty and staff play a crucial role in shaping the university's culture regarding honesty, which can change students' belief and reduce rationalization for cheating. The fourth way to reduce academic dishonesty among students for this method is honor codes. Effective honor codes clearly outline ethical and unethical behavior, reduce rationalization for cheating, increase reporting of violation, and enhance the perceived severity of sanction. Moving on to second method, which is methods in relation to the medium of delivery. First approach of this method is online proctoring. Online proctoring methods like video summarization, web video recording, and live online proctoring aim to detect cheating behaviors during online exams. Next, challenge question. Challenge questions are used for knowledge-based authentication, requiring students to answer personal questions to assess exams. This method verifies the test taker's identity based on personal knowledge. The third way is biometrics. Biometric authentication uses psychological or behavioral features for continuous identity verification. Biometrics offer a high level of security as they are difficult to fake or steal. Next, check for the text originality. Software like Turnitin checks the originality of text submission to detect plagiarism by comparing them to a database.
Moving on, here are a few considerations for assessment structure and assessment presentation that can help to prevent cheating and facilitating academic integrity, particularly focusing on online exams. For assessment structure, first, prior to begin to an assessment, an attestation or declaration must be presented and acknowledged, outlining prohibition during the assessment. Next is having alternate forms of assessment, especially when multiple deliveries are required, due to students being in different time zones and course deliveries. And if there are multiple assessments with similar learning objectives, consider implementing a structure where students are allowed to drop one assessment of the course, but resulting in placing a heavier weight on the other similar assessment. As for assessment presentation, there should be a set start and end time to time-limited assessments. And when these time limits are required, the assessment should be designed in which that they correspond with the availability of the assessment. The function to copy, paste, and screenshot should also be disabled to prevent sharing. It should also be considered that the items of the assessment should be presented one at a time or in a limited number each screen. Test takers are not allowed to return to the previous items after each item or subset of items are completed. And lastly, options for multiple choice items should be randomized and across delivery.